Have you ever wondered why New York is 5 hours behind London? Or why China, a country as big as the United States, only has one time zone? Time zone did not even exist until about 140 years ago. And there was even a day when people in some cities experienced two noons in a single day. So let's see why this happened and how it actually changed the way the world measures time. Back then, there were no time zones. Every town had its own clock. Noon wasn't 12 on a watch. Noon was when the sun was directly overhead. Travel a few miles east. Noon comes a little earlier. Travel west. Noon comes later. It worked fine because people mostly traveled by horse or carriage. Life was slow, but then something happened that completely broke the old system. Can you guess what it was? Exactly, trains. Suddenly, cities hundreds of miles apart were connected by steel tracks, and trains need precise timing. Even a few minutes off could cause problems. In the US, there were over 300 different local times. Can you imagine trying to make a train schedule with 300 clocks, missed connections, accidents, confused passengers? Time, which was natural, suddenly became dangerous. So now the question is, how did people fix this? That's where Stanford Fleming comes in, a Scottish-Canadian engineer. Legend says he missed the train because the local time did not match. So let's see what he did. He proposed something bold: divide the world into 24 time zones. Why 24? The Earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours. Divide 360 by 24, you get 15 degrees per hour. Every 15 degrees east or west equals to 1 hour difference. Suddenly, time could be coordinated globally. Imagine the globe sliced like a pie, 24 slices. Each slice is 1 hour. Pretty clever, right? But dividing the globe into slices wasn't enough. We needed a starting point, hour zero. In 1884, 25 countries met in Washington, D.C. at the International Meridian Conference. Where should time begin? Paris, Washington, Jerusalem. They chose Greenwich, England. The Royal Observatory line became 0 degrees longitude. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, became the reference. France did not like it at first, but slowly the system spread worldwide. So now the world had a shared starting line for time, one reference everyone could follow. And now the story of the two nodes. On November 18, 1883, US and Canadian railroads switched all clocks to the new standard time zones before governments even made it law. Some clocks were adjusted in the middle of the day. People literally experienced two noons in one day. Can you imagine having lunch at noon and then suddenly the clock resets and it's noon again? Now, if time zones were purely mathematical, they would be straight lines, but they are not. Why? Politics. Countries decide what works for them. China covers 5 natural time zones, but the whole country uses Beijing time. That means in some western areas, the sun rises after 10 a.m. India uses a half-hour offset. Nepal, 45 minutes. Even today, we don't run on GMT anymore. We use UTC, atomic clocks so precise that scientists sometimes add a leap second. So who actually decided time zones? It wasn't just one person. It was railroads creating the problem, Fleming proposing the solution, world leaders agreeing on a starting point. Governments shaping the rest. Time zones feel ancient, but they are actually a modern invention built for trends, trade, and global coordination. And that day, with two notes, it was the moment humanity stopped following the sun and started following the clock. Next time you check the time on your phone in another country, remember, this system is only 140 years old and it controls every second of our lives. Thank you for watching the video so far, guys. And if you want to get more interesting topics like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.